not just lying around shit.
Well, what the hell are we supposed to do, you moron?
War's over, man. Wormer dropped the big one.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
German? Forget it, he's rolling.
All right. Good Sunday morning, everyone. This is MDB coming at you with another video. And I wanted to do something which most people are too lazy to do. And even I'm lazy, but I remember to do it because I work harder than a lot of others when it comes to my stock trading. What I'm talking about is monthly charts, reviewing stuff on a monthly basis. So we'll keep this pretty short and sweet. And I've got a tab here dedicated to monthly. So I thought I'd do a monthly review. It's Sunday, September 10th, 10:35 a.m. And we got to get this done quick before we get NFL games here. So let's do a quick monthly chart review here. So we start, well, before we get into it, I've got 6 lists that I go through that I use for tracking indexes and stocks. And this is the super strong ones and then other ones I'm following. So let's get into list number 1, which is indexes. All right, monthly charts. I'm sure none of you guys do monthly charts, look at things on a monthly chart frame, but from what it is, what's amazing is monthly setups can be just as powerful or maybe even more powerful than daily or weeklies. Because if a trend's really getting going, well, you could use the monthly chart to buy a stock or an index or whatever, and then you can just sit and let it do its thing, let it trend. That's my goal, is to be a long-term trend follower. I want to buy something and I want to sit with it as long as possible. In fact, most of my winners I do sit with quite a long time. If I do actively trade, you know, in a short period of time, it usually means something went wrong or something's really tough or I just screwed up the entry and it's just bad timing. But when you see the big picture, it can be very valuable. All right, first chart here. So you can see this is the MLP index. That's what I always start with on list 1. And you can see here's the long-term trend on monthly. Things went bad back in 2014 and had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 6-year downtrend. Can you believe that? 6 years. And it only started turning in 2021. And now you can see it's an entirely different animal. Not the biggest uptrend, but this is a good place for income. And you see right there, box breakout. Right here, box breakout. Now, they're not the strongest ones, but this is how you can evaluate your trends. Let's take a look at oh, and by the way, I like to go through charts quickly because I'm normally focused here on the right side, not the left side. I'm usually focused on what's happening in the immediate right side. And for everyone who noticed on a prior video, I kept saying up and to the left. Well, no, what I mean is up and to the right or down and to the right. So just wanted to clarify that. So look at RK. Man, Kathy Wood, is anybody as ice cold as Kathy Wood? It turned down in late 2021 and no boxes since then. Unbelievable. She's just ice cold. And all those ARC holders are getting screwed. Here's BZJ. This is a representation of oil. Oil right here. Box breakout, uptrend happening. And the uptrend's been happening, the last couple of years or so. But that bodes well for energy stocks. Here we go, the NASDAQ. Sideways box on the monthlies. But you can see we got a yellow bar buy signal right here, which is bullish. So take it with a grain of salt. And you know, it's hard to keep America down. We've got good companies, good workers, good entrepreneurs. So that bodes relatively well for the NASDAQ. Ethereum, for all intents and purposes, Ethereum, man, it just hasn't, crypto in general just hasn't recovered from the 2021, 2022 excitement. Maybe it'll recover someday. China, sideways. Nobody knows what's going on in China. I don't know. I have no idea. Bitcoin. Huge difference between what's happening in Bitcoin now versus this whole topping process in here. That's called wide and loose right in there. Wide and loose. It had the heck of a breakout in here though. All these buyers. And what's interesting, you get all these huge buyers here in the green. And ever since then, they've been roughly hanging on to their Bitcoins. So even though price is down, man, people are committed to it. That's my interpretation. Gold, sideways, but maybe one of these days gold makes a big move. I don't know. Not today. High yield bonds, super duper sideways. Software index, sideways. You can totally get the gist of this. But this is why it's important to look at the monthly trends and get a sense of what's going on. All right, we got on the ITB home construction. Everybody barfed out here in beginning of 2022, but nobody thought that the prices would go back up, even though interest rates are going up. But yeah, the dynamics are, hey, that's the market. And look right here. It looks like some of the buyers that have been riding the trend, last month, there was some activity. And then this month, this is an inside bar. So that's a 50-50. Now, granted, this bar won't close until the end of September. But so far, it's saying 50-50. It's not sure whether to keep going up or go down. All right, let's whip through some of these. Microcaps, ugh. Microcaps look like they're heading for a down leg down here, but you never know. It stopped a number of times at this lower box edge. But again, we're looking at indexes, so you know the components inside them drive them. IWM sideways, slow boat to nowhere. Healthcare, nothing going on there. Last couple of years. Transportation. Yeah. Oh, is that? No. Got a little volume, but you know, nothing really exciting, nothing standing out. And what I'm looking for is a textbook box breakout where the volume's in the right spot. You've got the formation. If it doesn't have it, you know, that's not a strong trend. And the same trends that occur on daily, if it's really strong, it should show on the weekly, it should show on the monthly, on all your time frames. If something's a really good trade, it will show on all the time frames. There's that yellow bar signal right there and QQQs and had a run. But once it gets to the top of the box, yeah, things start getting a little wiggy. RSP, well, nothing really much there. Short-term bonds, which is a good indicator of inflation. You can see back where it started in 2021, and interest rates went up this whole time here, and now things are going relatively sideways. What is it, semiconductors? Semiconductors flirting with a breakout, but last month there was some bearish activity. Now it's undecided, inside month so far. S&P 500 had a box breakout right here earlier this year. The trend is up, so if you're a long-termer or a 401k person, yes, stay the course. You can use monthly charts to do your 401ks. These are sentiments which don't work well on monthlies. Here we go, solar, the tan. What does that look like? Oh, that looks like a box breakdown on above average volume. What goes to the lower right tends to keep going down into the lower right. More evidence to be short or out, at least out of solars, but I'm short both ENPH and FSLR. More evidence for betting against that sector. TLTs, yeah, you could draw a line. This is what most bond traders probably doing. Drawing a line there and hoping this holds. But I doubt it's going to hold. Why? Because things that are in the lower right tend to keep going down into the lower right. not the left. Not my finest moment. Here, let's get rid of that. Same look. Uranium. Look at that. Uranium is moving higher, but still not a giant bull market or anything. Anything else standing out that, oh, XLE. There you go, a little smidge of a box breakout, reflecting those oil prices going up. And not much going on there. So let's go to list 2. List 2 is considered what I consider to be the strongest stocks in the market at this current time. And I'm always moving stocks between the various lists. So AAOI, hot stock, look at that. Textbook box breakout, volume in the right spot. Look, you got big green volume in here. This stock should probably be on all our charting lists, our radars. It's had a heck of a move. It went from, what is that, $2 to $3 up to, I call it 12. That's a 400% return so far. 500% if you include last month. Maybe there's bigger things going on here that we should keep an eye on. Yeah, look at the volume, historical volume. Biggest volume ever was last month. Yeah, we want that on our list. AMR, I'm long this one, and I'm bought it up in here. And you know, the monthly could have gotten me in sooner. I'm in right up here. The monthly could have gotten me in sooner when it started emerging from this box range back in, what month is that? June, July? But you'd have to have a belief that, oh, this is definitely going to move higher back in June, July. I didn't have that belief. But on the weekly chart, things shaped up there, and now I am long. Because when I flip to the weekly, it's a different picture. So that's what I do. I change time frames, and I'm constantly looking between daily, weekly, and monthly. And if you think that's a good idea, well then why don't you do it also? Your choice. Are you a lazy piece of crap, or are you going to do the work? ANET, yep, box breakout right here. I'm long this one also. It's a nice uptrend. What's up to the left tends to keep going up and to the right. God, blast it. What's up and to the right tends to keep going up and to the right. All right, I'm going to stop saying that because that'll get me in trouble later. Cell H. Yeah, I'm long this one. Same principle. Don't make me say it again. ELF. Now, we all should have been buying ELF here at the box breakout back in 2022. I did not. I missed this one. I think a lot of people missed this one. If for anybody who did buy it back then, bravo, my man. Bravo. Look at that. That's freaking awesome. One I like, GAMB, textbook box breakout. I like it. IoT broke out back in early 2023, moved up. But it's my opinion that this is going to be a bigger resistance than what people think. We'll see. NVIDIA, textbook breakout here. And it's been moving up, but then there's that last month was definitely volatile. So it's probably going to spend all September trying to figure itself out. Does it go higher? Does it go lower? We'll see. For energy bulls, OII, I like this. Box breakout on volume. Oracle, ORCL. Breakout level in the 99 to 100. And look at it go. It just keeps going. And in fact, it signaled here way back in, what is that, October, November of last year, right there. Yellow bar signal. It's been moving up ever since. Did I buy it? No. But I'm aware of it. All right, let's go to list 3. These are stocks that are just generally bullish, but may not be perfect on the weeklies. Weekly is my core look, but that's still moving up. And this is the key thing. The monthly may give you a trigger, which the weeklies or dailies might not. Great trend on this one, but look at this. Red, 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 and then it just turned. You'd have to have known or really believed in this company to have bought it then. But heck of a run so far. Oh, anything interesting? Let's see here. Some of the most promising companies, which maybe have an exciting move on a certain day, you go to a monthly look, and all you see is a big giant sideways range. Do you really want to be in that one? Maybe you might make a few bucks, but you know, I think we all want to make big money. And does this look like a chart that's going to make us big money at the moment? No. But we'll still keep an eye on it. Here's the stock to own if you're a uranium bull. Actually, this one should be in the other list, but that's a nice look. Coin for crypto. That's a textbook box breakout, but coin's been very difficult. I tried it in here, and it just, I made some money, but that giant pullback was really, really tough. But we'll keep an eye on it. CBNA, what stands out here, look at the big green volume. No new boxes, but big green volume in here means it's worth keeping an eye on. Oof, Dell Computer. There's that big giant gap up, and that's also a box breakout. So if you're a long-term investor, you might want to be buying Dell and just being sure to hold it for a couple of years at least, maybe longer. What was that one? No, nothing. IonQ. God, this one's difficult. Big breakout, big green volume, and then the big red. But now look here, it's moving up. The bulls just can't be stopped at the moment. But it's a really hard one. This volatile bar. Maybe we buy it again if it breaks this high, as it's really close. But I don't know. It's a hard one. I'll say this, if you've managed to hang on to it from lower levels, you're definitely sitting pretty. I was long from 10 bucks and I sold here in the 14s. I didn't think it would be going right back up, to be honest. At the time I thought I was a genius, but now I feel like a chump. Sideways. Here you go on Roku. That's a box breakout. Although that should be yellow. The month hasn't closed out yet. But things to keep an eye on. That's a box breakdown here in STAA. However, this big volume attracted me, and I did buy some in the family trust. I'm long at 42, and I'm hoping it shoots back up into the box here, but or at least hold steady. We'll see. It's my belief that this big red volume bar is significant, but we'll see. There's no guarantees. Look here, toast. Promising, but you see it started moving up, and then this bar right here, the seller said, no, you shall not pass. And now it's going back to sideways. No breakout. Oh, anything else interesting? No, nothing really standing out here. All right, list 4. Stuff that's maybe a bit bearish. Airbnb, that had a box breakout back in earlier this year, but man, it's been tough. And actually, that should probably have another one. Probably something like this. So Airbnb actually is kind of bullish, but very difficult bullish. Not easy. Oh, anything standing out? Yep, TMDX very bearish. Breaking this box downwards. It started moving up and then woof on the way down. That's definitely an avoid. Tesla, a yellow bar signal, but looks like it's, you know, a little unresolved. It's got an inside month at the moment. Not many conclusions you can draw from it at the moment. So let's go to list 5. Okay, Apple, the big kahuna. So on the weekly chart, we got a pink bar signal, which means pay attention because things might be start thinking of changing. We then switch to the monthly view. What do we see on the monthly? Big sideways range, a box breakout move, volume was low, and now maybe it's changing its mind. And it might very well violate the top edge of the box right there. So the weekly's telling us it's decision time. And yeah, I'd say yeah, the market is currently debating whether the Apple's going to go up or they're going to take it down. They probably don't know yet. But the weekly tells me that they're currently thinking about making a decision what its future is. That's some of the value that looking at monthlies can bring. AMD sideways. What is that? Oh, that's a piece of crap I've been tracking. Sometimes I watch stuff and just to keep an eye on things. D-Dog last month was a bearish signal. White bar sell signal. Most of the time with monthlies, it takes a long time before things set up, so you can have long sideways ranges. But that's the thing, you're looking on the monthly for anything interesting, any signals which draws your attention to that over others. What is that? NVTS? I don't know this one very well. But that's a big green volume breakout. This big red, I don't know what's quite going on. But, well, inconclusive. If this big red bar was not here, then this would be very bullish in my opinion. OPRA, that's a blowout with a shooter bar, giant red cell volume. Yeah, I don't think so. PLTR, big box breakout, but it's got a resistance problem. One could call it here, the extension of the prior box, or even across the top here at 15. This is why when something's emerging from lower down, you got to look left and see what kind of overhead resistance there is. And you see here, moved out big green volume, more buyers the next month. Then it went sort of quiet, even though price ripped, but then the sellers said, yeah, not so fast, and knocked it back down. And now it's sort of stuck back around the $15 resistance level. And it's got a pink bar signal here also, which tells me that the market is trying to make up its mind. What are they going to do with this one? What's the real value of it? Is it going to be up? Or is it going to be down? Or is it going to be sideways? They're currently deciding. Oof, Qualcomm, box breakdown, and heading lower. That's not good. What happened to Qualcomm? I have no idea. Well, you know what's funny? Isn't Qualcomm tied with Apple? Aren't they sort of linked? Maybe that reflects something bigger. I don't know. Roblox, yeah. What a joke. Shopify, box breakout here, but it's just like a limited run. It's below that monthly moving average I use. So while it's exciting that it moved, it doesn't really have a good foundation for more, if that makes sense. Oh, one of the big ones, which I blew, SMCI. But you see right here in the monthly, big pink bar. Now the market's going to figure out whether it deserves to be higher or whether to take it lower. SoFi, box breakout, and now an inside month, and working on a second one. Whichever direction they decide to take it, this is pretty cool. This is going to be on my alerts. I'm going to set some alerts. Whichever, let's zoom in on this. There we go. This is actually a pretty tight little range right here on this month so far for September. Wherever they break it out of September, this will be an October or November trade. Just let it do its thing in September, then it'll show you the range, and then if it moves out of it there, buy it. That'll be on the October-November trading list. Oh, Upstart, that box shouldn't even be drawn. Bulls, buy it, buy it, buy it. Nope. Sellers, take it all back. All right, we're just about done here. Let's look at list 6 on the monthly charts. And again, I mean, this is all interpretation. But if you're not looking at monthly charts, you're wasting a valuable tool in the trader's toolbox. Anything going on? Oh, this one should be drawn. Probably something like this. Makes sense. Look at that. And now it's an inside month after last month being hugely volatile. This is a net positive. Berkshire B, that's a soft box breakout, but this is good because it means overall for America is bullish. Anything else standing out? Nah, just a ton of sideways ranges. Yeah. No big volume. Here, one last comment. Snow. Everybody gets excited about this. There's nothing to be excited about it here from a stock perspective, in my opinion. No, I don't see anything. Nothing else really stands out. So with that, close the video. So I hope you enjoyed looking at stuff from a monthly point of view. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.